Hi friends, so hear me out on this one. The internet was a bad idea. I mean, obviously I don't believe that. I'm talking to you via youtube.theinternet.com, so I get it. But this morning I woke up and opened Twitter and started doing the thing that I do these days where I write down all the things that I have to call Congress about because there's too many to remember off the top of my head. Then I delete a few YouTube comments about my appearance, and I go try out that year in review thing on Facebook where I'm politely reminded that one of my best memories of the entire year is talking about how we've all been sexually harassed. There's a video. It's fun. Rosianna recently made a video about the internet and communication, and I've been thinking about it all week and trying to figure out how to comment on it, but then it just kept getting longer and longer, and now it's a vlog script. So thanks, Rosianna, for the content. In the video, she talks about how leaving Twitter improved her mental well-being, but now she's relearning how to communicate directly and honestly with her friends instead of just vaguely announcing things in the direction of the internet. That maybe she never really learned to communicate in the first place, and she's learning now for the first time. I also am having a difficult time lately communicating via the social internet, but I think for different reasons. My first real internet community was a Fall Out Boy message board, and that's where I learned that online communication was dope. I started with a fake identity because that's what you did in 2005, but as I spent more time there, I got to know people and felt safe to start talking. I got to make friends and talk about how I was really feeling and be vulnerable, all that good stuff. But more importantly, it was fun. I don't know if you've heard of memes, but they're these like pictures on the internet that are like the social currency and your dad doesn't understand them. They're great. I came up in a time where you'd be getting to know somebody, right? And you'd all be gathered around somebody's laptop and go, OMG, have you seen this one? And just pull up this weird flash animation and you'd all laugh, and then somebody else would do it, and then it'd be your turn, and there's this moment where over an absurd animated rap about George Washington murdering bears that you look at each other and go, friendship. The internet, for me, has always been a place of wonder and creativity. Sure, we posture and try to look cool, but we also get to try things and find people who are the same kind of weird as we are and invent new subgenres of absurdist humor. I get to make a video about toast drawings and you get to identify with that for some reason. But that wonder, that playfulness, that joy feels almost inappropriate now. Like if I were to just jump on Twitter and start being silly, it would feel disrespectful to all the people hurting from these huge world-changing shifts that seem to be happening 17 times a day now. Instead, we're all just trying to describe all the things that are changing around us, hoping that it'll help us survive. And I think to some degree it's effective at that. It's helping us organize and mobilize and resist. But in times I think that ingesting all this information before we get out of bed can be kind of like a paradoxical undressing. You know, when people are freezing to death and then they start to feel warm and take off all their clothes. We're developing a hypervigilance that instead of making us feel safer is wearing us more thin. And I don't really know what to do. The internet should be an organizing tool, but I also miss it being a playground. I think in an attempt to protect ourselves, we just took all our toys and went home. So tell me in comments, do your online communities feel different now? Is there any place left on the internet that feels good? If so, let me know. I'm looking for a new playground. And of course, despite all of this, I believe that a free and open internet is incredibly important and seriously at risk. So there's going to be links in the description for how you can fight back and protect net neutrality this week. If you like this video, you can subscribe. You can find me anywhere on the internet at ItsRadishTime. If you want to help me make more of these videos, you can support me on Patreon, and I'll see you next week. Bye.